Thanks for joining me today on What She Said. And my guest today is Naima.
Hi.
Can you tell our viewers who you are?
Well, thanks for having me first and foremost. I am so excited about this whole thing, okay? My name is Naima. I am a mother, I'm a wife. I am a chronic entrepreneur. I am a Jasmine of all trades, okay? I am oh Jesus, forgive me. I am chronic for starting up businesses, starting them up, getting them rolling, and moving on to the next thing. So I don't know who I was in my past life. But yeah, I enjoy being creative. I enjoy new experiences. I enjoy high vibrational people. So yeah. So let me know what you want to know.
So today, guys, we are going to talk about friendships and relationships. So this is always a sticky topic because as we grow older, everybody say, I've been friends with this person for 30 years. Is that always a good thing or a bad thing? So when I went through different transitions and periods of my life, I find myself latching onto different types of people. So I would ask this first question. How would you define friendships or friendship?
Oh, okay. So friendship for me is like any relationship, right? I feel like the key things that you need in friendships are communication. I feel like you need transparency and grace. Because people change, people grow, people evolve. So friendships, in essence, relationships are learning how to go with that flow, whether it's an intimate relationship, a family relationship, or whatever. And that flow will allow you to see if this is the flow for you, or if you need to go and get out the way and let them go about their business. All grace, all grace. But that's what the foundation of friendship for me, that I've learned now being almost 32, because my birthday is in a week or so. So by the time this come out, she'll be 32. But I've learned that more and more that it's based on communication, grace, and transparency. That's very important in order for a relationship to be solid, to stay firm, and to continue to grow. So
those are very important key factors. The transparency that does it for me.
Yeah.
And so do you feel like you could be friends with someone for that long? Because I know you could be married to someone that long. You have to go through changes with that person. And then if you don't change with them or you don't accept that change, it becomes broken. So can you be in an actual friendship, like this is my girl, for like 30 years? Do you feel like it's just someone you know or you comfortable with, or is it a genuine friendship?
So it's so funny that you mentioned that because just last week I put out a video on my page, and I'll give y'all my handles later. I put a video on my page, and I'm a very metaphorical person. So I was reflecting, and I was thinking about the roots in my life. And I said, picture yourself. You are the tree, right? You're the tree. You're the strong standing trunk. And then you have roots. Trees don't have too many roots. They got just enough to keep them sustained and keep them nurtured. I'm sorry, not nurtured. To keep them nurtured and to keep them strong and to keep them healthy. You got branches. You got leaves. I think of my life, and I have to place certain people in these certain brackets. Who are my roots? Who are my branches? Who are my leaves? Leaves just blow with the wind. They go wherever the wind goes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? These are not friends that are around for long. And these are not even people that you can consider friends, because I feel like friend title is very important, because you could be an associate real quick. Okay. Branches, you got your flimsy branches, you got your strong branches, but sometimes you need to do a little pruning if the things that are attached to you are not feeding you. So I've had to do a little pruning, but I have to do a little pruning, but it was good for me and it was good for my energy. And I didn't feel any type of malice or anything. I still wish that person all the best. I want them to be successful. They're very smart. So it's like, I don't wish you no ill, but you are not conducive to my life. And then I started thinking of my roots. Now, people, when I consider roots, you may have maybe 2, 3, maybe 4 people that you are blessed with in your life that you can call roots. Those are the people that are going to check you when you need to be checked. In love, okay?
Right.
They're the people that are going to come to you and they're going to give you the advice that you need. They're not going to tell you what you want to hear. They're going to keep you grounded, keep you humble. Those are my roots. So when it comes to those types of relationships, as far as friendships, 30 plus years and things like that, those I would consider my root people, because at that point, you're not my friend. You are my necessary nutrient. You are my family at that point. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And I feel like whatever foundation we have established to reach this 30-year bracket or whatever the case may be is because we've had an understanding of growth. We've had an understanding of mindset change. We've had an understanding of evolvement. And there was no bitterness or ego or pride involved in any of that in order for us to sustain this relationship. So I'm learning that more and more every day. And I'm grateful for my roots. And y'all know who y'all are.
Definitely have to be grateful and humble when it comes to friends. I don't know if this has happened to you where you attach yourself to someone and you're not even realizing that they're friends because the point that you met each other was so strong that it was like, oh, this is automatically family. And then you have family members that don't even reach that friendship bracket because, I mean, you can't choose your family. This is the tree that's everlasting. This is just what runs through your veins. What someone can be identical to you in appearance. This is what that is.
Yeah, that's so. I've mentioned to my son, I had to tell him, I said, everybody is not your friend. And everybody not going to be your friend. I said, that's a very strong title to use because when you call someone your friend, you have established with them that you have some form of trust with them. An associate, I can't throw nothing past an associate because I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know what bag you're coming out of.
You're a coworker at this.
You're a coworker. Because I got some coworkers that claim that they're friends with each other. But if you hear some of the things that they will say about each other behind each other's backs, I'm like, what type of friendships do you guys cultivate over here? Because I don't want none of it. Okay. So that friend word is very, very important and it's very strong, even to a recent experience of mine where I had to have a conversation with someone that I've known since I was 14. And I questioned our relationship. And I had a very mature conversation with her, but I questioned our relationship just based on some things that were said, just based on some things that came out in text. And it was just kind of left field. And I was like, what's going on? I don't think I was present for whatever happened. So, but I'm the type that I want to talk about it. I want to get to the bottom of it. I want to see what's going on. I want to see where we can change. How can we, things like that. But long story short, our communication styles do not fit. And this is something that we've had to learn now in our 30s. We've been friends almost over 15 years, But I had to tell her, I was like, I question our relationship because I don't want to go into anything with anyone with any uncertainties or with anything on the back of my mind, like, well, what's being said when I'm not around, I don't want relationships like that. And that's my right. And that's my grace. And that's my peace. So,
yeah, I think a lot of times when people have something to gain from it, they stack up the cards. So say I've only spoken to you at work. Right. And then all of a sudden you get signed to a record deal. And I'm like, I know Naima, that's my girl.
That's relative.
Like, when did we become friends? I spoke to you. We visited. I went to your birthday party. You know what I mean? People stack up those cards for friendship and put a tab on it when it's something to gain or it's something you feel like is owed to you. And that's not what friendship is. Friendship, even though people may not look at it as unconditional, I don't have to speak to you for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And we have enough foundation for you to call and me to show up.
Exactly.
To me, that's a friendship built on something versus me saying, she helped me out for a couple of months, so she has to be my friend. No, she's just a good person.
Right.
She may have felt you were in trouble, helped you out.
Right. And she was of service to you.
Oh, you that. And I had to say this several times, like, no one is required to do anything.
Right.
When people help you, that's an added bonus. Or when someone reaches out, but you shouldn't have in your mind, they know who I am, I need help.
Right,
or
right,
they're friends, so they have to save me. Like that's not a requirement for friendship.
right, right.
Unless they've said anytime you need me, I'm there, and then they never were there. Like it's kind of sticky depending on if you're a good friend yourself. So
Yeah.
knowing that and going into, because you've been married how many years?
August will be 11 years.
11 years. Oh gosh.
Yes. Everybody's well. Nobody collected any insurance checks this year. So we're doing great.
So 11 years in a relationship. And let's see, did it start off as a friendship, or how does that build? Or do you continue to have an underlying friendship with your husband?
So if I'm being honest, I met my husband when I was 15. So we've been together since I was 15. And he was 16 going on 17. So we started very early. He was one of the new people I met when I came from Chicago. Okay. And he just so happened to be in my line of sight, I guess, or mine, or me and his, whatever. So to say that we started off as friends, I think that would be a loosely based term to be like, oh, we were friends first. I think it was an attraction first. We were young, things like that. But I don't even think we realized what it was going to be. So for us being children, literally children, starting a life together that we didn't know we was going to start, and now to be 32 or about to be 32 and he's about to be 34, it's like we've had to learn, honey, and we've had to develop a friendship, like a solid friendship over the years, because in relationships you're going to have contention, you're going to have battles, you're going to have things, you're going to have your goods and you're going to have your bads, your ups and your downs. So it was important as I got older to learn, okay, we got to be friends first, and I got to determine if I even want you as a friend. Like, are you a good friend? Because
I don't even like you right now.
All right, because I don't even rock with you today. So we've had to really establish that, and I'm grateful for that, because it took a while and it took grinding and it took going against the grain. It took a lot, because I'm my own person and I feel like I'm very alpha, and I know that he's very alpha. So it's like dealing with that and finding the balance. Ma'am, I'm grateful for life. Okay. Okay. So it was important that I had to I say, you are supposed to be my best friend. I'm supposed to be yours, period. Okay. You know, whatever it is that we go through, you are my safe space. That's what you are supposed to be. And that wasn't always the case with us. It wasn't always Disney movie type. Can I cuss on here? I ain't gonna cuss on here.
Yes, what you said.
Okay. It's not always gonna be Disney shit. Okay. Right. Like, it's not Hollywood. So we've had to learn. And I was like, if this is the way that we're going to be and we're going to be together, then we need to know how to be friends. I need to know how to trust you on that level of beyond my husband, because at the end of the day, if anything was to happen, knock on wood, where this union is no more, we are still parents to two beautiful boys, and we still have to coincide with one another. So that friendship foundation is important. And I'm glad we've established that and come to an understanding, and we accept each other for who we are in our present moments. And we know that we will not be the same people come 5 to 10 years, because we're going to continue to grow and evolve, and we're ready for whatever those waves are, because we know it's going to be different.
And you brought up a good point. People split and they like so in love, right? Or they have a relationship and deny the friendship part. And then they have children, or they have family members that have depended on their union. And then now all of a sudden they're not even friends. And in most cases, I can say I've experienced it to an extent, where the relationship never grew into a friendship. And I think that's why I really didn't like being there, because I'm not everybody's cup of tea.
Same, honey. Okay, we can't all drink from the same cup.
Nobody is really, but I would like for people to be transparent, as we said, is the key in having a friendship. And if you're not transparent with me about your shit or my shit, then it becomes, why am I here? Am I at school? Is this a coworker? This person is not opening up for some reason, therefore I'm not opening it up, because who are you? You know, it becomes, You build a wall, I build a wall. Your wall
Mm-hmm.
isn't bigger than mine. And
Right.
so the relationship part failed. That's in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So how does that become how does that become a blend, or should therapy take place with friendships and relationships, or how are those walls broken in order to continue to have something, because now people are depending on you, on your union.
So is the question how, as far as a relationship between man and woman?
Yeah, I mean, however it is, you could be woman and woman. When you split, people are depending on that union.
Okay.
And now you're no longer friends because you never had a friendship. The union broke because of the lack of friendship. So now you have to form some type of alliance. Because you have little people depending on you. You may have old people depending on you. Because usually parents and grandparents get involved.
Okay.
And they have already formed a relationship with you outside of this person.
Right.
So how do you think, or how would you address becoming some type of friendship or having some type of relationship with that person you just broke a union with?
I think that one is going to take both people. And I think that of course, it's going to take both people. I think that if there was no relationship as far as friendship established within the union, I think that that's going to be even more of a challenge after the union is over, because what do I owe you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just got to take care of these kids. We ain't got to be friends.
Right.
And I know so many people like that. Like, bruh, like at the end of the day, these kids are feeling the brunt of that. They are receiving all of this negative energy from whatever that you guys have established or not established. Okay. So it's going to take both of those people. But I feel like if that's not something that can be easily formed, then somebody's pride is in the way. Somebody's ego is in the way. Somebody is not willing to come to an understanding or try to understand the other person. So therefore there's no link. I can't. Okay, we agree to disagree, and I understand that this is how you are, and I understand that you understand that this is how I am. Okay, knowing that, how we go forward. It takes conversation. It takes communication, and a lot of people are not doing that. Yes, and people don't want to talk. Like, why?
What are you holding in? Open your mouth.
Open your mouth. But you know what? I had somebody tell me one time. Somebody told me that me seeking clarity when there is an issue about something is me not letting it go, me keeping up the drama, and I was told that I was exhausting. Am I though? Because if I don't say it, then there are things left unsaid, and it made me feel like, are you the type of person that sweeps stuff underneath the rug? And now there's a big hill in your living room and you don't want to address it because
they're hoarding feelings. Yes.
I can't do that. That's heavy. That's heavy.
Usually people that's the defense mechanism, telling you I don't speak, I don't do this is how I am, because people refuse to face those demons or take accountability for their part in that friendship or relationship going bad or whatever it may be. Yeah. So I find that once you're comfortable in yourself and you seeking clarity and this person chooses not to, you like, well, you holding on to a lot. So if you want to keep that on there, fine. But this is what I'm gonna dump. I'm gonna dump mine on there too. This is it's garbage day. You're gonna get no trash. I'm gonna do a Jasmine Sullivan, come pick up my feelings, because this ain't a part of the baggage I'm taking on my trip.
I'm not taking it.
I'm elevating and you slowing me down because you didn't choose to pick up your feelings. So pick up your feelings, your ego, your pride.
Come on, Coffe, you better say that.
And I'm gonna take accountability, which is gonna release me.
Yes.
And if you want to carry that around, fine.
Yes. Oh, that resonated with me. My God.
You don't even feel ashamed if somebody tell you exhausting. Well, take some energy pills, some super B complex, whatever you need to do.
Whatever you got to do, some B12s. What you got to do?
Because you're exhausted because you lugging around your baggage. Yes. I'm not tired. If you're saying it with love and positive energy,
yes,
and it's being perceived a different way, I'm a firm believer in your perception is your reality. So if you always perceive things coming at you in a negative light,
that's exactly
it will be
what
negative.
I'm so glad you said that.
You will always see it you could tell somebody, "Oh, girl, did you just get your hair colored?" And you be like, she talking about my hair. No, she genuinely
What
asking
did
you a
you
question. You
what
know what
did
I'm
you
saying?
hear? What did you what did you hear?
What came through your listening hole?
Right. What went in this ear got a little scrambled and came out the
It
other way
happens.
totally
It happens.
different.
I've done that years ago. I'll maybe say 10 to 15 years
Mm,
ago, where I
mm,
had so many insecurities in me that I didn't know. And it's just
mm.
because when you don't get positive feedback
Yeah,
and you're used to receiving negative, when you receive positive feedback, you're like,
right.
what is this? I
Yeah,
think they're trying
yeah.
to be funny.
Yeah.
Or when you're used to not giving yourself positive compliments, or your friendships may be broken, or you're always emptying your cup to your friendship and your relationships, you're sitting here with an empty cup. So now
Mm,
when people try to throw stuff in there, you like, no, leave my cup alone. Like, you
mm.
used to being empty.
Yeah,
Anything else
wow.
feels uncomfortable. So,
Oh,
girl, do not feel shame for seeking clarity,
yeah,
because
yeah.
this is what makes you an excellent friend,
Mm-hmm.
probably excellent in your relationship, and able to build businesses with this type of personality or characteristic in order to build business relationships. So you
Mm-hmm.
being a serial entrepreneur is that clarity you seeking. How much are you paying me again? Okay.
Right. What are we
What
doing?
does this contract say
Right.
on the
How
bottom?
long this gonna take? What you say? You are paying me for my time. Okay.
I get 30% on the back end. Like,
Right.
you need to read the fine print. And I don't
Yes.
know if we have to come up with contracts or some verbal
Girl.
understanding with these new age friendships, because I
Yeah.
am older than you and you have more wisdom than some people my age. And I'm just like,
Mm.
what cartoon did you watch to bring you to this level? Like, I am.
I was a WB kid, okay? I watched Animaniacs. Anybody remember Animaniacs? Pinky and the Brain.
I'm like,
Anybody
do
ever?
I have to give you a list of shows to watch so you can get yourself back to, so I can
Seriously.
get you up to my speed of understanding? Like, what's
Seriously.
going on? So
Yes.
I
Yes.
get it. I get it.
Yes. I think it's really important to make sure that you check in with yourself. Because
Okay.
as you said, sometimes people's perception is their reality. And check in with yourself too. Like, okay, was I being a good friend? Did I say this right? How did this come off? Because one, if something you said came off with little attitude undertones.
You know,
Okay, you knew because it was intentional, baby. Okay.
you felt it in your soul when you
You felt
released
it.
it.
Yes, deep down in your shondo, you felt it. Okay. So how was my tone? How was my delivery?
Mm-hmm.
And so I've had to check in with myself, whether it comes to friendships, to my own relationship with my husband, with my kids. And I don't always get it right. That I know. But
No.
that's you taking accountability, like you said, taking accountability for what it is and what you need to change. Because if this person, or if I don't like the way that I perceive myself, or I gave myself to this person,
Mm-hmm.
then I know that I'm not going to like that given to me. So I got to change something, So it's important to check in with yourself and make sure that you are doing exactly what you need to do. And so that helped me when I came to look for clarity, or even when it came to a disagreement. I have never had a conversation with a friend like, I'm questioning this friendship and I really don't know if I want to move forward with this friendship. I have never said that before in my life. But that was me.
Let me check my contract.
Yes. Like, what does the timeline tell me? Let me go back and do some research. Okay. So just being able to come to that person or anybody that I have any contention with, or there's any conflict or anything, coming to it with love and being pure. Be pure in your heart with what you say. Be pure in your mind. Don't let no trash and no filth leave your mouth, because it's not necessary. You can be stern and you can be assertive, and it can still come from love. You can still get your point across and still have love being fueled behind it. And I was okay with that. I was like, I'm not losing any value by removing certain people that need to be removed, or distancing myself. It's if anything, it's creating more room for the people who are going to bring me value, and vice versa, to enter my life. And I know that everybody who I consider family is not going to be blood, but those are people that are going to be my village. That's my village, and that's important to me. So,
Well, thank you, friend.
Thank you, friend. This is so dope. I'm so proud of you.
On what she said, we like to ask our guests to give us one quote that is their favorite, or that they're living by today. So what is your quote that you want to share with everyone?
I love that you just asked me that because I have literally been quoting this and saying this to myself for the longest. Always bet on yourself. Always bet on
Mm,
yourself. Because when you bet on yourself, the only person responsible for your letdown or your wins is you. You know what I'm saying? So,
preach.
girl, because there's nothing like betting on yourself. Like, how can I lose? You know what I'm saying? When you start
Right.
betting on yourself, you have a level of confidence that is like, girl or sir,
Now,
you
as
know,
you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, Naima is a confidence builder, honey. Okay.
yes, God. Yes, God.
So her quote is bet on yourself. So you make
Mm-hmm.
sure you take note of that and make sure you heard exactly what she said today.
She said,
Take notes of it. And comment, leave feedback, email us, let us know what's going on.
yes,
And how
ma'am.
can everyone follow you and your business ventures, Miss Naima?
Yes. So I will just lead everyone to my main page because I have a link in my bio that leads you to everything else that I'm doing. So find me on Instagram at She Is Naima, SheisNaima on Instagram, and you
Real
will find
Naima.
everything. Yes, because that's what she said. Okay, and find the link in my bio, and I look forward to interacting with some high vibrational people. Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Game time, people.